Hello students, welcome to our history class series. In this class, we will discuss about the second part of Brahman Empire. In Brahman Empire, in this class, we will discuss about the Satavahana Dynasty. In previous class, we have discussed the origin of the Brahman Empire. The Brahman Empire is also known as the post-Gupta Mauryan period. In the previous class, we had discussed about the Sunga dynasty and the Kanva dynasty. And in this class, we will discuss about the Satavahana dynasty. So let's understand the Satavahana dynasty. And before Satavahanas, the Kanva was ruling in India. So let's understand the topic through this map. Let's suppose this is the Indian map. In the North India, the Kanva dynasty was ruling, and the last ruler of Kanva dynasty was Susharma. Clear? And in the southern region, there was a dynasty known as Satavahana Dynasty. So these Satavahanas belong to the southern part of India and especially from the Andhra Pradesh. When Satavahanas see in northern India, there is a weak empire or weak ruler known as Susharma who belongs to Kanva Dynasty. That time Satavahanas attack on Kanvas. They killed Susharma. They captured Kanva Empire and they spread Satavahana Dynasty from south to north. So Satavahana Dynasty's origin was from southern India, from Andhra Pradesh. But when they captured Kanva Dynasty and when they killed Susharma, the empire was expanded from south to north. So Satavahana Dynasty was the first dynasty in Indian history who captured from South India to the North India. That's why these Satavahanas were also known as Andhras. Why they were also known as Nandras and they are also known as Andhras as they belongs to the southern or Deccan part of the Andhra Pradesh. So Satavahana dynasties was started around 1st century BC. Means after the decline of Kanva, the Satavahana dynasty was ruling over the north to south India and they ruled till 3rd century AD. Let's understand the establishment of Satavahanas. As I told you, they came from the southern India, the Andhra region, and they captured North India and expanded their empire from south to north. And also the Satavahanas was the only dynasty who came from south to north India and captured northern India. So in history, Satavahana dynasty was also known as the Andhras. Why they are also known as Andhra? Because they are coming from the Deccan region of India. So they belongs to the southern region of Andhra Pradesh. That's why Satavahana dynasty also known as Andhra dynasty. Okay, let's understand the important king of Satavahana dynasty. The founder of this dynasty was Simuk. Simuk was the ruler who attacked from southern to the northern ruler Susharma. So he ruled around 1st century BC. He was the founder of this dynasty and he was the king who established the power of Satavahanas in Deccan as well as in northern India. So Simuk was the founder who captured North India and expanded Satavahana dynasty from south to north. The next ruler was Satkarni first, who was the son of Simuk. So he started ruling around 70 BC to 60 BC. The ruling time of Satkarni first was around 10 years. Okay, Satkarni first was also known as Andhra Bhratya in especially Purans. So all Purans are also explain about the Satkarni first, and in Purans the Satkarni first is known as Andhra Bhratya. Andhra Bhratya means the king of the Andhra, the king of the southern. So he expanded his empire through war policy or military expenses. So he controlled he expanded the empire through military. He performed Vedic sacrifice like Ashwamedh and Raja Suya. So these information are also mentioned in the Purans that he used to perform Ashwamedh Yagya as well as Raja Suya. He is also known as Dakshinapati. Dakshinapati means the most powerful ruler of the Dakshin. Dakshin means Deccan. So he also known as the Dakshinapati, the most powerful of Deccan, India. Okay. This information is found in Nenihat Edict. The Nenihat Edict, which was written by his wife Naganika in southern India, explained that the Satkarni was Dakshinapati, or he was pronounced as a Dakshinapati. The Dakshinapati title is mentioned in the Nenihat Edicts. Nenihat Edicts are written by his wife known as Naganika. So let's correct the sentence. His wife, Naganika, was the wife of Satkarni, and he wrote Nenihat Edicts in southern India. And in Nenihat Edict, he was known as Dakshinapati. Clear? Okay. Let's move to our next ruler, who was Gautami Putra Satkarni, the most powerful king during the time of Satavahana Dynasty. Gautami Putra. Gautami was the name of his mother, and he took the name of his mother, and the only king who started name of his mother with him. So he was also known as Satkarni II, as well as Gautami Putra Satkarni, as he adopted his mother name before his name. The ruling time of Gautami Putra Satkarni was 106 AD to 130 AD. He was the most favored Satavahana ruler. He defeated Shakas, Yavanas, and Pallavas. The Shakas, Yavanas, and Pallavas attack on Gautami Putra Satkarni during the time of 106 to 130 AD, and he defeated all the tribes. Okay, his reign marked the zenith of Satavahana power. As I told you, he was the most powerful ruler, and his military and administrative strategies were very strong. That's why during his time, the Satvahana's power was known as the zenith, or was at its peak point. He also started some coins which are made by lead. So he started lead coins. Also, he was the first king who started donated land for Brahmins. As his name was Gautami Putra Satkarni, so he started name of his mother with him. Okay, Gautami Putra Satkarni father name was Hola. Hala was the father of Gautami Putra Satkarni. He was the ruler before the Gautami Putra Satkarni. So during the time of Hola, the Prakrit language was expanded. Hola was the scholar of Prakrit language, and during the time of Hola, the Prakrit language was expanded. After the death of Gautami Putra Satkarni, Vashishtiputra Pulamavi became the next ruler, who continued the expansion and consolidation of his empire, and he also promoted trade as well as commerce in the empire. And the last powerful ruler was Yajna Shri Satkarni, who ruled around 170 to 199 AD. He was known for maritime trade and naval powers. The naval military was established during the time of Yajna Shri Satkarni. His reign saw a significant expansion of the empire. Okay, now after the death of Yajna Shri Satkarni, let's understand the geography of the Satavahana dynasty. The last powerful ruler, Yajna Shri Satkarni, was died, and the Satavahana Empire was expanded from North India to South India. As they captured from south to north, the empire expanded from north to south. There was several minister who was dealing the administration of Satavahana Empire. So I can say there were majorly 18 ministers who was dealing the Satavahana Empire administration. After the death of Yajna Shri Satkarni, the Satavahana Empire became very weak. The next ruler was very weak, and when the ruler was weak, the minister became powerful. There were 18 ministers during the time of Satavahana dynasty. These 18 ministers declared himself king, and this whole Satavahana empire divided into small 1818 constituencies or small 1818 provinces. So after the death of powerful ruler Yajashri Satkarni, the Satavahana empire became weak and the whole empire divided by 18 different ministers as the ministers declare himself king. Clear? This was the major reason of end of the Satavahana dynasty. Clear? So now, as Satavahana dynasty is very important for art and culture, as Ajanta Ellora Caves was established during the time of Satavahanas, the Nagada style of temple was established. Dravidian style of temple was started. Actually, the Dravidian was started during the time of Pallavas, but somehow it was started by the Satavahanas. And Amravati school of art was also started during the time of Satavahana dynasty. So now we have to discuss the art and culture of Satavahana dynasty, and this was the King series related to Satavahana. So in this King series, we have discussed about the origin of Satavahanas. They came from the south, that's why they are known as Andhra's dynasty. Also, Satavahana's dynasty was explained in Purans. Also, in Purans, they were known as Andhra Bhratya. The founder of Satavahana dynasty was Simukh, who started Satavahana dynasty, and the first or actual founder was Satkarni first, who was known as Dakshinapati in the Nanihat edict, which was written by his wife Naganika. The most powerful king was Gautamiputra Satkarni, who started name of his mother with him, and also started donated land for Brahmins. The last ruler of Yajashri Satkarni means last powerful ruler, and after the death of Yajashri Satkarni, Satavahana dynasty divided into 18 small constituencies. Clear? Okay. Now let's move to the art and culture related to Satavahana dynasty. As I told you, the Satavahana period is notable for the development of Buddhism, art and architecture. Why Buddhism, art and architecture? The Ajanta Caves, which was established by during the time of Satavahana dynasty, explain about the Buddhism religion. Also, the Amravati art is also related to the Buddhism. So Buddhism was developed during the time of Satavahana period. They also construct stupas for Buddhism, viharas and chaityas. Chaityas are the monasteries. Monasteries means these caves which were used for the stay for monks. So they build chaityas, caves for monks, Buddhism monks. They also basically establish or construct viharas. Viharas are the rest house and chaityas are the worship place basically. So they construct worship place for Buddhism. They also construct rest houses for the Buddhism. And also Amravati Stupa and Amravati art and Ajanta caves are also notable example of the Satavahana empire, and they also promote Prakritic literature. As I told you, the Hala, who was father of Gautamiputra Satkarni, was the scholar of Prakrit language. That's why the Prakrit literature was promoted or expanded during the time of Satavahana dynasty in India. So we have to discuss one by one what are Ajanta caves, what are Ellora caves, what is Amravati School of Art. So let's start with the Ajanta caves. Ajanta and Ellora caves. In this session or slide, we will discuss about the Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves are situated in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. These caves are rock cut temple, means these caves are formed by a single rock to cut these rocks by hand only, and these caves were made. There were total 30 caves, but at now there are total 29 caves, means one cave is destroyed from Ajanta. Now there are total 29 caves. So the location of Ajanta cave is in Aurangabad, the district of Maharashtra. Okay, there are total, as I told you, 30 or 29 caves. All the caves are not formed by the Satavahanas or not established or constructed by the Satavahanas. These caves were constructed in two phases. The first, some caves are constructed by the Satavahanas and some caves are constructed by the Vakata period or during the Vakata period. Clear? So caves were constructed in two phases. The first phase related to Satavahana period and second phase was related to the Vakata period. The Satavahanas was established these caves from 2nd century BC to 1st century AD, and the Vakatas period was 5 to 6th century AD. What are the historical significance of Satavahana caves? Ajanta caves. The Ajanta caves are renowned for their Buddhist rock-cut cave temple and monasteries. As I told you, these caves only explain about the Buddhism religion. These are rock-cut temple caves. There are rock-cut caves and there are rock-cut temples. Monasteries are there. They serve as a significant monastic complex where monks reside, study, and meditate also, which were known as chaityas. So let's understand the architecture of Ajanta caves. There are total 30 Ajanta caves. As I told you, there were 30 Ajanta caves, but now there are total 29 Ajanta caves, which include Chaitya Grahas, mean 4 caves are for worship or for prayer, and rest caves are as a monastery for stay. There are 4 Chaityas Grahas, mean 4 caves for worship only, and rest are viharas, and rest caves are basically monastery used for stay only. Okay. The caves are formed for their exquisite painting sculptures which reflect the life and teaching of the Buddha only. Also, the art of Ajanta is characterized by the elaborate fresco dipsy Jatak tales, which are stories of Buddha previous life. What does it mean? There are lots of statues, we can say, which explain the Buddha life, previous birth life in the form of Jataka stories or Jataka tales. There are 3 notable caves: cave number 1, cave number 2, and cave number 26. Cave number 1, feature of the famous mural of Bodhisattva Padmpani and Vajrapani form. The cave number 2, known for its intricate ceiling painting, and cave number 26 consists the Buddha statue related to Mahaparinirvan or okay, what is Mahaparinirvan? Mahaparinirvan means in Buddhism the death of the Buddha, Gautam Buddha. So the cave number 26 explain about the Mahaparinirvan procedure. Artistic style: the painting demonstrate a high degree of realism and detail with a focus of human condition, emotions, and expression. Use of natural pigment derived from minerals and plants for creating vibrant color. Now the second caves are Ellora Caves. Ellora Caves are also located in Aurangabad, Maharashtra, from 29 km from the northwest city of Aurangabad. Okay, these caves were also started by Satavahanas, but major of the Ellora caves were built between the 6th to 10th century AD during the time of Kalachuris, during the time of Chalukyas, and during the time of Rashtrakuta dynasty. Unlike Ajanta caves, Ellora caves explain Hindu, Buddhism, and Jainism, all 3 religions. There are total 12 caves for Buddhism, there are total 17 caves for Hinduism, and there are total 5 caves for Jainism. So these caves explain the all 3 religions including Hindu, Buddhism, and Jainism. Cave number 1 to 12 explain about the Buddhism. These 12 caves are related to Buddhism, and in Buddhism these caves are related to both Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism, including monasteries and large multi-story building also. Cave number 13 to 29 are related to Hindu religion, means these 17 caves are explained about the Hindu religion. And the most famous cave is cave number 16, where is a Kailash temple which is dedicated to Lord Shiva. And this Kailash temple is the largest rock cut temple in the world. So cave number 16, why cave number 16 is famous? Cave number 16 is famous for the Kailash temple, which is the largest rock cut temple in cave number 16 of Ellora. And the cave from 30 to 34 explain about the Jainism religion. So here are 17 caves for Hindu, 12 caves for Buddhism, and 5 caves for Jainism also. The notable caves, there are 3 major notable caves: the Kailash temple, cave 16, the cave 10, and cave 32. Cave 16 explain about the Hindu religion. So there is a largest rock cut temple. Kailash temple represent Mount Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva. The cave number 10, cave number 1 to 12 explain about the Buddhism. So there is a Vishwakarma cave. This cave is known as Carpenter or Vishwakarma cave, where there is a largest seated Buddha picture, roof mimicking wooden architecture. And cave number 32, as we know that cave number 32 explain about the Jainism. So there is a massive statue of Lord Mahavir. Clear? And there are total 34 caves in the Ellora. Out of this, 10 are Chaityas and rest are Viharas. So Ellora have total 34 caves and Ajanta have total 30 or 29 caves. Clear? Okay. Now the last art and culture which was started during the time of Satavahanas was Amravati art. Amravati art. There are total 3 arts in India. First is Gandhar art, second is Mathura art, and third is Amravati art. Amravati art was started during the time of Satavahanas. Now in this session, we will also discuss Gandhar and Mathura with Amravati art. So here we have to understand the comparison between these 3 arts and what is the difference between Gandhar, Mathura and Amravati arts, topic wise topic. First, we have to understand what is the where the origin of Gandhar art started, from where the Mathura art started, and Amravati. Amravati, as we know, it is started through Andhra Pradesh by Satavahanas. The Mathura art is started from Mathura during the time of Kanishk. So Amravati art started during the time of Satavahanas, and Mathura art started during the time of Kushan and especially Kanishk. And Gandhar art was started during the time of Kushans also, but it is the origin of the Gandhar art is from Gandhar region. So first, there is a difference between the origin. The Gandhar art originate from Gandhar region, the Mathura art originate from Mathura, and the Amravati art started from Andhra Pradesh. When these arts started, the Gandhar art started from 1st century BC to 5th century AD. The Mathura art 1st century BC to 6th century AD, and the Amravati art 2nd century BC to 3rd century AD. The influence in Mathura Gandhar art is Hellenistic and Roman style. In Mathura art, Hellenistic and indigenous style, and Amravati art is totally influenced by the indigenous Indian style. Gandhar art is generally basically in Gandhar art, the statue of Gautam Buddha is made. So they are made through grey schist stone. So which material is used in Gandhar art? Grey schist stone. In Mathura art, red stone, and Amravati art, white marble. So grey, red, and white. This is the another difference. What are the statue making style in Gandhar art? The Buddha statues are looking realistic, naturalistic forms. Also, there is a Buddha's wavy hairs with beard and the halo mark behind his head. In this Mathura art, robust and sensuous form, and the Amravati art, basically in Amravati art, the statues are made in 3D form, which explain or narrate a story or previous life story of Gautam Buddha. In this art, the Buddha represent as a Greek Roman feature. In this art, the Gautam Buddha represent as an Indian aesthetic, robust, and smiling Buddha face. And in this later, the initially aniconical, later slender and graceful Buddha. Iconography, Greek god, mythology figure, and architecture elements are present in this Buddhism, Jain, and Hinduism themes. And in this rich narrative scenes, floral motifs are explained. So this is the difference between Gandhar, Mathura, and Amravati arts. So let's quick revise the session we have discussed. In this session, we have discussed the king series of the Satavahana Dynasty and art and culture. In art and culture, the Ajanta and Ellora Caves are started by during the time of Satavahanas. The Ajanta, there are total 29 caves which explain only Buddhism, and Ellora 34 caves which explain 12 caves for Buddhism, 17 caves for Hinduism, and 5 caves for Jainism also. And what is the major difference between Gandhar, Mathura, and Amravati art? First difference is Gandhar art is started during the Kushans, Mathura is also during the Kushan Kanishk, and Amravati is during the time of Satavahanas. The grey stone is used in Gandhar art, red sandstone used in Mathura art, and white marble is used in Amravati art. Clear? Here is a realistic and naturalistic form of the Buddha. Here in the Mathura art, sensuous form of Buddha, and in Amravati art, 3D form of the Buddha. So this is the whole Satavahana dynasty we have discussed. I hope you understand this session. Thank you.